What's up, Deep Chaos Destroyers? So, there are a lot of things wrong with how Takara does Beyblade. So, there are many things I hate about Beyblade. These include the Longinus sparking chip being named LN instead of LG because you will be able to make the Mirage Longinus combo. And the Rage Longinus combo weighing 68 grams. Jokes aside, there are a lot of things that can be made better by the people behind the customizable battling top. Takara is the company which produces Beyblade in Asia. They make tops that are packed with gimmicks, anime accurate, and just plain awesome. However, there are things that slip past Takara's epic toy sense. First, sometimes parts come out of the Takara factory with a mistake. This driver, I modded it because it didn't have the revolve free spinning plate. Now it's just a flat hypersphere tip, which is pretty epic because of how it moves in the stadium. It's like an attack type but with LED. Anyways, parts can come broken right from the Takara factory. And during battles, parts can break. So, a prime example will be the sparking launcher. It's powerful but it easily breaks. Powerful but they break easily. Only a few uses and they're gone. I wish I could enchant the sparking launcher in mending. Sometimes the string gets straight or the launcher just sticks. You can't pull or push the string. That also happened with Miguel's Victory Valkyrie, which I broke with Legend Spray Gun. Legend Spray Gun then broke later. So, in the anime, parts can also break because of sheer power or sometimes it's because of the dark power. So, maybe these Beyblades are meant to break. Maybe they're single use. Anyways, some parts can have gimmicks that look good on paper but do not perform well in the battle ring. So, an example would be Basta Excalibur. It has a Buster mode gimmick which I've disabled for now. If it's in Buster mode, it has low stamina but it is very unbalanced. I don't think it does anything. And it automatically activates in the middle of the round, which I hate, so I've disabled it. Another will be the bullet driver, which becomes a literal stick driver after activating. So it's weak now, it's very unbalanced, just like the Bust Excalibur layer. So, but at least it's one of the heaviest parts Takara's ever released. Fun fact, in the Philippines, the bullet driver activation is considered as a burst by the banky rules in the tournament. Sometimes Takara releases a Bay, which is awesome but has terrible parts or terrible teeth. An example with the Longinus, Bloody Longinus, which has the 13 disc and the jolt driver. The issue is that the 13 disc is a bit light, but still it has a lot of stamina and the layer has very weak teeth for an attack type. If you have an attack type, your teeth should be like, maybe like this. The spray gun chip. So, Longinus has much weaker teeth than that. So, but there are better options such as cho-z Valkyrie. Also, there is the Death and Abyss Diabolos. They are good layers, but Takara didn't put the good discs on them. Why not put GT discs or the Generate Dash driver? Would be interesting to have a Generate Dash and how it will affect the meta. So, that also happens with Vice Leopard, Air Knight, and Cosmo Valkyrie. In some cases, the part names even trigger some bladers. Examples are C. Saturn, N. Spriggan, H. Salamander, this Babe, B. Longinus, and variant L. I thought Beyblade was for everyone. Takara really knows what their bladers like. They know that people will like a bay with burst stoppers or really heavyweight. However, sometimes they go too far with the performance of their base. Take for example the cho-z meta. It is dominated by cho-z prefix base and perfect phoenix. They could not even give a chance for other Beyblades such as H. Salamander or Spriggan Requiem to shine. The OP balance types. They're just defeated by the cho-z Awakening because of the burst stoppers. Also, the New World Spriggan and the L Spriggan layer both have burst stoppers, so that's gonna be pretty OP. What will happen to the meta? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that this burst stopper base will dominate. Sometimes part names get too awesome that they take an enormous amount of time to pronounce. Like Metal Sparking Chip Infinite Valkyrie Double O Meteor Ultimate Reboot 1S with Shield Mode. It's a long name. There are parts that just completely destroy the parts they touch. The examples are the 12 disc and the Rage Longinus 3A combo because of how much metal it has. The 13 disc can also break Beyblades, but it's not as effective as the 12 disc or maybe the Hasbro Drake disc. So, I think the Drake disc is made to diss other bladers and to destroy their base. But in Beyblade, there really are no limits to how much destruction you can cause. That's probably the motto of Phi. Because Takara has a very large following for their spinning top creations, bladers often want to get base as soon as possible. For example, the GT Triple Booster set. I got it as early as possible in the Philippines. So, this is genuine Takara Tommy. It's bought online. But still, even if it's bought online, there can be hoarders who buy just too much L Spriggan. Come on, you're only gonna use 1 to 2 L Spriggan. The other just in case the L Spriggan bay breaks. So, honestly, I don't think there's a reason for hoarding except for making other bladers suffer in age. Just kidding. So, I don't think bladers should be Diablo Nemesis and just absorb all the base that they see in the store. You should only buy around 1 to 2 of a bay, the other just in case it gets destroyed so that you can replace it and get an upper hand. Unless it's the extreme driver, which is OP but it wears down. So, the Takara anime, let's move to that. Although its creators and animators give a lot of thought in it, there are some tiny flaws that can be improved upon. One issue is the overwhelming plot armor of Aiga. That is as thick as Imperial Dragon and Tempest Dragon combined. He seems invincible in the anime, even if he had only trained for a few months. He was able to beat Louis, one of the world's strongest bladers, before 1/3 of the cho-z series. Both had to train for 2 entire seasons, only to be strong as this guy, who just destroyed him in the last episode, I think. I don't know, I don't watch the anime. From the cho-z series, let's go back to the best series of Beyblade anime, the Evolution series. There is one character that placed 9th in popularity despite having just almost no experience in blading. I am talking about Christina. She is the owner of BC Sol and a former blader, and also a close friend of Frida La Hoya. So, wait for it. There. So, you probably already know what the parts I'm laying out mean. So, how can she get to top 9? Simple. She has a lot of simps. These simps don't care that Chris is just a 2D character that won't get to real life. She's used a clickbait because of these characteristics. But still, she is the only female main character in Beyblade Burst, and there are only a few female characters in the series because, of course, the series is aimed after boys. Because Beyblades are fighting tops. Some characters tend to be punching bag Beyblades or characters. These characters only exist in the anime only to get nose-calls by their stronger rivals. They could have been given a chance to train more and rise up. Bladers like Joshua Byrne, Ranjiro, and Blind Devoy want to win next time. So that is it for what's wrong with the Takara Tomy releases, including the Takara Tomy anime. Hopefully these things can be improved upon. Anyways, that's it. Bye.